Hey there, amazing people. If you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or even cruising into your 50s, this video is just for you. Today, we're diving into what you must know from ages 20 to 55. Whether you're just starting your journey or you've been on this roller coaster called life for a while, these insights are bound to blow your mind and maybe even give you that light bulb moment. So, grab your favorite snack, get comfy, and let's jump into this fun, interactive, and enlightening ride. Life between 20 and 55 can feel like a whirlwind. There's so much to learn, experience, and sometimes just survive. But fear not. We're going to sprinkle in some ancient wisdom from Stoic philosophers to help you navigate through these years with grace and wisdom. Yes, those old-school Stoics have some golden nuggets that are still super relevant today. Let's break it down and see how their timeless advice can make our modern lives a bit easier and more fulfilling. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Stoic Vogue for more mind-expanding content, and share this with anyone who's ready to tap into their inner genius. Let's get started on this incredible journey to unlocking your full potential. Number 1, embrace change. Let's talk about embracing change, something that can feel like navigating through a whirlwind, especially from your 20s to your 50s. Epictetus nailed it when he said, "Change is the only constant in life." This quote is a reminder that change is inevitable, but it's also an opportunity to grow and thrive. Picture this. You land your first job right out of college. It's exciting at first, new responsibilities, a steady paycheck, and the thrill of starting your career. But a few months in, you start to feel unfulfilled. The work doesn't ignite your passion, and the daily grind feels more draining than rewarding. Instead of sticking it out unhappily, you decide to explore other passions. You might start taking evening classes in graphic design, or maybe you volunteer on weekends to get a taste of different fields. This adaptability opens doors you never knew existed, bringing you closer to your true calling. Or imagine moving to a new city. Leaving your comfort zone can be scary. You've lived in your hometown your whole life, surrounded by familiar faces and places. Now, an opportunity comes up that requires you to pack your bags and move to a bustling metropolis. Initially, it's overwhelming. You miss your friends and the familiar coffee shop down the street. But slowly, you start to embrace the new environment. You meet diverse people, try different cuisines, and discover new hobbies. The city that once felt foreign begins to feel like home, and you realize that the move has made you more adaptable and open-minded. Relationships also evolve over time. Think about being in a long-term relationship that starts to feel stagnant. Fear of change can keep you in an unfulfilling situation. But embracing change might mean having tough conversations, seeking help, or even parting ways to allow both partners to grow. It's not easy, but it's necessary for personal growth. By facing these changes head-on, you allow yourself to experience deeper, more meaningful connections in the future. So, how do you apply Heraclitus's wisdom in real life? Stay open-minded, be willing to try new things, and step out of your comfort zone. This could mean taking up a new hobby, changing careers, or moving to a new place. Reflect and act. Regularly reflect on your current situation. If something doesn't feel right, don't be afraid to make changes. It's better to take a risk and pursue your passions than to stay stuck in unhappiness. Embrace uncertainty. Understand that uncertainty is part of the journey. Instead of fearing it, see it as an adventure. Every change brings new opportunities and experiences. Learn and grow. Use every change as a learning experience. Whether it's a career switch, a new relationship, or a major life decision, there's always something to learn and grow from. Number 2, value your time. Let's dive into the idea of valuing your time. Concept that becomes more relevant and urgent as you move from your 20s into your 30s and beyond. William Penn's quote, "Time is what we want most, but what we use worst," perfectly encapsulates the struggle many of us face. Wanting more time, but often squandering it on things that don't truly matter. Imagine you're in your 20s, just starting your career. The world feels like your oyster, and you think you have all the time in the world. It's easy to fall into the trap of spending hours on social media, scrolling through endless feeds, or binge-watching shows that don't even excite you. It feels harmless at first, but over time, you start to notice how these habits eat away at your valuable hours. Now, let's fast forward to your 30s. You have a demanding job, perhaps a family, and suddenly, your time feels more limited. The hours you used to spend mindlessly are now hours you desperately need for more important things. You start to realize the importance of every minute and how you use it. Let's break this down with a practical example. Suppose you love painting, but never found the time to pursue it seriously. In your 20s, your evenings might have been spent watching TV or hanging out without any specific plan. But as you hit your 30s, you decide to allocate time for painting. You cut down on TV time and dedicate an hour each evening to your art. Over time, you see progress in your skills, and this hobby becomes a fulfilling part of your life. Or consider another scenario. You're someone who loves spending time with friends and family. In your 20s, spontaneous hangouts might have been the norm. But as life gets busier, you start scheduling regular meetups, ensuring you have quality time with your loved one. These planned gatherings not only strengthen your relationships, but also provide you with cherished memories. Here's how you can make the most of your time. Reflect on your day. Take a few minutes each night to reflect on how you spent your day. Did you engage in activities that brought you joy or moved you closer to your goals? Set priorities. Identify what's truly important to you. Whether it's career advancement, a hobby, or relationships, prioritize these in your daily schedule. Limit distractions. Recognize the time wasters in your life, like excessive social media use or TV, and set limits. Use that time for more meaningful activities. Plan your day. Start your day with a plan. Even a simple to-do list can help you stay focused and ensure you're making the most of your time. Make time for yourself. Don't forget to allocate time for self-care and relaxation. It's essential for maintaining balance and productivity. By valuing your time and making conscious choices about how you spend it, you'll find that your days become richer and more fulfilling. Remember, time is a precious resource. Use it wisely and purposefully. Number 3, practice gratitude. Let's talk about something truly transformative, practicing gratitude. Let's consider Socrates' quote, "He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature." In our high-speed, always connected world, it's so easy to get caught up in chasing the next big thing, whether it's a new promotion at work, the latest smartphone, or planning the perfect vacation. Socrates, however, reminds us that real wealth comes from being content with what we already have. Picture this. You're in your 20s, just starting your career. You're driven, ambitious, and constantly pushing for the next big achievement. You get that promotion, you buy the latest tech gadgets, and you're always planning your next getaway. It feels great at first, but over time, you notice a sense of emptiness. The newness wears off quickly, and you find yourself yearning for the next upgrade or milestone. Now let's fast forward a bit. You're in your 40s, reflecting on your life. You realize that while you achieved a lot, you missed out on appreciating the smaller, everyday moments. You regret not spending more time with loved ones, not enjoying simple pleasures, and always being in a state of wanting more. This is where the wisdom of Socrates hits home. Contentment with the least truly makes one rich. Let's dive into a real-life scenario. Imagine coming home after a long day at work. Instead of scrolling through social media and feeling envious of other people's lives, you decide to start a gratitude journal. Each night, you jot down 3 things you're thankful for. Maybe it's the delicious dinner you had, compliment from a colleague, or just the fact that you have a cozy home. Over time, this simple practice shifts your mindset. You start noticing the abundance in your life. You feel richer, not because of material wealth, but because of the contentment that fills your heart. Your focus shifts from what's lacking to what's already abundant. Another practical example is during the holiday season. Instead of stressing over buying the perfect gifts or hosting the most extravagant party, you focus on the joy of being with family and friends. You cherish the laughter, the shared stories, and the warmth of togetherness. These moments become more precious than any material gift. Here's how you can integrate gratitude into your daily life. Start a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They can be as simple as a beautiful sunset or a kind gesture from a stranger. Reflect daily. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on the positive aspects of your life. This practice can help shift your focus from what's missing to what's present. Express thanks. Make it a habit to thank people in your life. Whether it's a quick text, a handwritten note, or a verbal thank you, expressing gratitude strengthens your relationships. Mindful moments. Take moments throughout your day to pause and appreciate your surroundings. Whether you're sipping your morning coffee or taking a walk, savor the experience. Avoid comparisons. Try not to compare your life with others. Remember, everyone's journey is different, and focusing on your path is more fulfilling. By practicing gratitude, you enrich your life with a sense of contentment and joy. This doesn't mean you shouldn't strive for goals or desire new experiences, but it reminds you to appreciate the present and the abundance that already surrounds you. So start today. Take a moment to be thankful and watch how it transforms your outlook on life. Number 4, build resilience. Let's talk about something we all face: challenges and setbacks. Life has a knack for throwing curveballs at us, whether it's a tough breakup, losing a job, or facing a health scare. Marcus Aurelius, the wise Stoic philosopher, teaches us that these obstacles are actually opportunities in disguise. He believed that what stands in the way becomes the way, meaning that our challenges can guide us to personal growth and resilience. Imagine this: you're in your late 20s, deeply invested in a relationship that you thought would last forever. Suddenly, it ends. The heartbreak is intense, and it feels like your world has been turned upside down. Initially, the pain is overwhelming, and it's hard to see beyond the immediate hurt. But over time, you start to focus on yourself. Pick up new hobbies, reconnect with friends, and maybe even discover passions you had neglected. This process of healing and self-discovery builds your resilience, helping you bounce back stronger than before. Let's take another scenario: losing a job. It's a gut-wrenching experience, especially if it's unexpected. The initial reaction might be panic and fear of the unknown. However, this setback forces you to reassess your skills and career goals. Maybe you take this opportunity to learn something new, perhaps enrolling in an online course or attending workshops. You might even pivot to a completely different career that aligns more with your passion. What seemed like a devastating loss becomes a catalyst for positive change. Health scares are another significant challenge. Imagine being in your 40s and getting diagnosed with a health condition that requires a complete lifestyle overhaul. The initial shock can be paralyzing, but it also pushes you to prioritize your health. You start eating better, exercising regularly, and perhaps meditating to manage stress. This adversity not only improves your physical health, but also strengthens your mental resilience. Here's how you can build resilience in your life. Shift your perspective. Instead of viewing obstacles as insurmountable barriers, see them as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Take small steps. When faced with a challenge, break it down into manageable steps. Focus on what you control and take action, no matter how small. Seek support. Don't be afraid to lean on friends, family, or support groups. Sharing your struggles can provide comfort and different perspective. Reflect and adapt. After overcoming a challenge, reflect on what worked and what didn't. Use these insights to better prepare for future obstacles. Cultivate a positive mindset. Practice gratitude and mindfulness to maintain a positive outlook. This helps you stay focused on the positives, even in tough times. Looking back, you might regret not building resilience earlier in life. Perhaps you remember times when setbacks knocked you down for too long, and you missed out on opportunities for growth. By learning to embrace challenges and view them as stepping stones, you can prevent future regrets and live a more empowered life. Remember, resilience isn't about never facing difficulty. It's about how you respond to them. Embrace Marcus Aurelius's wisdom and turn your obstacles into opportunities, growth, and strength. Number 5, cultivate inner peace. Let's dive into something that's becoming increasingly important in our fast-paced world: cultivating inner peace. Consider the quote by a wise Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius: "Tranquility is nothing else than the good ordering of the mind." With all the hustle and bustle, finding tranquility can seem almost impossible. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that tranquility is about having a well-ordered mind. It's about finding calm amidst chaos. and it's crucial for living a balanced and fulfilling life. Imagine you're in your 30s, juggling a demanding job, family responsibilities, and trying to maintain a social life. Your days are packed, and it feels like there's never enough time to just breathe. Stress levels are high, and you're constantly on edge. You start noticing the impact on your health and relationships. You're more irritable, tired, and disconnected from the things that matter most. One day, you decide to try something different. You start practicing mindfulness. Each morning, you spend just 10 minutes focusing on your breath, letting go of the rush of thoughts. Feels strange at first, but over time, these moments of stillness begin to have a profound effect. You start feeling more centered and less reactive to the daily stressors. Consider another scenario. You're in your 40s, and work has been particularly intense. You decide to take a weekend trip to a cabin in the woods. Peace and quiet of nature provide a stark contrast to your usual environment. You spend time walking through the forest, listening to the birds, and simply being present. This break from the constant noise helps you reset and brings a sense of calm you haven't felt in a while. Or you might find inner peace through hobbies. Maybe you love painting, gardening, or playing music. These activities allow you to enter a flow state where time seems to stand still. They provide a break from the constant demands of life and help you reconnect with yourself. Here's how you can cultivate inner peace in your life. Practice mindfulness. Set aside a few minutes each day to practice mindfulness or meditation. Focus on your breath, let go of your worries, and just be present. Spend time in nature. Make it a habit to spend time outdoors. Whether it's a walk in the park, a hike in the mountains, or simply sitting by a lake, nature has a calming effect on the mind. Engage in hobbies. Find activities that bring you joy and allow you to lose track of time. Whether it's painting, gardening, or playing an instrument, these hobbies can be incredibly grounding. Limit screen time. Reduce your exposure to screens, especially social media, which can be a significant source of stress. Use this time for more calming activities. Create a peaceful space. Designate a space in your home where you can relax and unwind. Fill it with things that bring you peace. Plants, candles, or your favorite books. Looking back, you might regret not prioritizing inner peace earlier in life. Perhaps you remember times when stress and chaos ruled your days and you missed out on truly enjoying life's moments. By making a conscious effort to cultivate tranquility now, you can prevent these future regrets and live a more balanced, fulfilling life. Remember, inner peace isn't about escaping reality, it's about finding calm within it. Embrace Marcus Aurelius' wisdom and start ordering your mind towards tranquility. Number 6. Nurture relationships. Let's delve into the importance of nurturing relationships. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, wisely observed that we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This is particularly true when it comes to building and maintaining meaningful relationships. Picture yourself in your 20s or 30s. You're focused on your career, maybe trying to find your place in the world, and relationships sometimes take a back seat. You might hesitate to reach out or invest deeply in friendships and partnerships because of the fear of vulnerability or rejection. Seneca's wisdom here is a gentle nudge. Our fears often loom larger in our minds than in reality. Imagine you're hesitant to reconnect with an old friend because you fear they might have moved on or might not be interested in rekindling the friendship. One day, you decide to send a simple message. "Hey, it's been a while, let's catch up." To your surprise, they respond with enthusiasm. And soon enough, you're meeting up, reminiscing, and creating new memories. Bond you feared was lost is now stronger than ever. Consider another scenario. You're in a long-term relationship, and the busyness of life starts to erode the connection. Instead of addressing the drift, you avoid difficult conversations out of fear they might lead to conflict. But then you remember Seneca's advice. You muster the courage to have an open, honest conversation with your partner. It's tough. It brings you closer, helping you understand each other's needs and reigniting the spark in your relationship. Family ties also require nurturing. As life gets busier, it's easy to lose touch with family members. Regular phone calls, family dinners, or even short visits can strengthen these bonds. Imagine setting aside Sunday afternoons for family time. playing games, cooking together, or simply catching up. These moments create a reservoir of love and support that you can draw from during tough times. Here's how you can nurture relationships in your life. Be present. When you're with someone, give them your full attention. Put away your phone and genuinely engage in the conversation. Communicate openly. Don't shy away from difficult conversations. Express your feelings honestly and listen to others with empathy. Show appreciation. Regularly express gratitude for the people in your life. Simple thank you or a heartfelt note can go a long way in strengthening bonds. Invest time. Make time for the people who matter to you. Schedule regular meetups, calls, or video chats to stay connected. Be supportive. Be there for your loved ones during their ups and downs. Your support can make a significant difference in their lives. Looking back, you might regret not investing more in your relationships earlier in life. Maybe you missed out on deep connections because you let fear hold you back. By nurturing your relationships now, you can prevent these future regrets and build a network of support and joy that will be your anchor through life's ups and downs. Remember, meaningful relationships are a cornerstone of happiness. Embrace Seneca's wisdom, and don't let fear keep you from forming deep bonds. Invest time and effort in your relationships, and they will enrich your life in ways you can't even imagine. Number 7. Pursue your passions. Today, let's talk about the power of pursuing your passions. Epictetus, the ancient philosopher, wisely said, "Greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it." This quote perfectly captures the essence of following your dreams, even when the path is tough. Imagine you're in your mid-20s, working a steady job that pays the bills but doesn't ignite your passion. You've always loved photography, but it seems like a risky career change. Despite the uncertainty, you decide to start a side project, maybe photographing events on weekends or building a portfolio. At first, it's challenging. Balancing a full-time job with your passion project is exhausting, and the financial rewards aren't immediate. But you persist, honing your skills and growing your network. Fast forward a few years and your dedication pays off. You're now a sought-after photographer, doing what you love and earning a living from it. Difficulties you faced early on make your success even sweeter. This is the glory Epictetus speaks of, the fulfillment that comes from overcoming challenges to pursue your true passion. Another scenario, you're in your 30s and have always wanted to write a novel. You start writing in your spare time, but it's slow going. The demands of work and family leave little time for your creative pursuits. However, you commit to writing a few pages each night. It takes years, but eventually you finish your novel. Holding the published book in your hands, the sense of accomplishment is immense. You've turned a dream into reality, despite the hurdles. Here's how pursuing your passions can also benefit future generations. Building assets. Following your passions often leads to building assets that can be passed down. Whether it's a successful business, a portfolio of art, or even a body of written work, these can become valuable legacy. Inspiration for others. Your dedication to your passions can inspire your children or younger family members. Seeing you overcome obstacles to achieve your dreams teaches them the value of perseverance and hard work. Financial stability. Pursuing your passions, especially if it leads to a profitable business or investment, can provide financial stability for your family. This creates a safety net and opportunities for future generations. Personal fulfillment. When you follow your passions, you're happier and more fulfilled. This positive energy impacts your relationships, creating a nurturing environment for your family. Looking back, you might regret not pursuing your passions earlier. Maybe you let fear or doubt hold you back, missing out on years of potential fulfillment. But it's never too late to start. By dedicating time to what you love, you enrich your life and leave a lasting legacy for those who come after you. So how can you start pursuing your passion? Identify your passion. Reflect on what truly excites you. It could be anything from painting to coding to gardening. Start small. Begin with small, manageable steps. Dedicate a few hours a week to your passion project. Set goals. Create short-term and long-term goals to keep yourself motivated and on track. Seek support. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage your pursuits. Embrace challenges. Remember Epictetus' wisdom. Challenges you face will make your achievements even more rewarding. By pursuing your passions, you not only find joy and fulfillment in your own life, but also build a legacy that can inspire and support future generations. Embrace the journey, overcome the challenges, and watch how your life transforms in remarkable ways. Number 8. Embrace failure. Let's chat about something that we all encounter but often dread: failure. John Wooden, the legendary basketball coach, reminds us that failure is not fatal. Failure to change might be. This quote underscores the importance of seeing failure as a part of life and an opportunity for growth rather than a dead end. Imagine you're in your late 20s, brimming with enthusiasm as you launch your first startup. You've invested time, energy, and perhaps even a chunk of your saving. But despite your efforts, the business doesn't take off as expected. Instead of becoming discouraged, you decide to take a step back and analyze what went wrong. You realize that while your product was innovative, your marketing strategy was lacking. You make adjustments, learning from your mistakes, and perhaps even pivot your business model. This experience not only makes you more resilient, but also sharpens your entrepreneurial skills. Fast forward a few years, and you try again with a new venture. This time, armed with the lessons from your previous failure, you're more prepared. The business starts to thrive, and you attribute your success to the invaluable lessons learned from your earlier setback. This is a classic example of how embracing failure can lead to eventual success. Consider another scenario. You've always dreamed of becoming a writer. You spend months, maybe even years, working on your first novel. You pour your heart into it, only to receive a string of rejection letters from publishers. Disheartening, and you're tempted to give up. But instead, you decide to seek feedback, attend writing workshops, and refine your craft. Slowly but surely, your writing improves. Eventually, a publisher takes interest, and your book sees the light of day. The rejections that once felt like failures are now seen as stepping stones to your success. Here's how you can embrace failure in your own life. Reflect and learn. After a failure, take time to reflect on what went wrong. Identify the areas for improvement and learn from them. Adjust and adapt. Use the insights gained from reflection to make necessary adjustments. Whether it's changing your approach, seeking new skills, or altering your goals, be flexible. Stay persistent. Remember that failure is just a detour, not a dead end. Stay persistent and keep moving forward with your newfound knowledge. Seek feedback. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback from others. Constructive criticism can provide valuable perspectives that you might have overlooked. Celebrate small wins. Recognize and celebrate the small victories along the way. They are indicators of progress and can boost your morale. At a later stage in life, you might look back and regret not taking more risks or giving up too soon because of the fear of failure. The missed opportunities could weigh heavily, knowing that a different approach might have led to success. By embracing failure as a learning opportunity, you can avoid these regrets and continuously grow and improve. Embrace John Wooden's wisdom. Failure isn't fatal. Failing to learn and adapt from it can be. Each failure is a chance to refine your skills, gain new insights, and come back stronger. Though don't let setbacks hold you back. Instead, let them propel you forward on your journey to success. Number 9. Stay curious. Today, let's dive into the importance of staying curious. Socrates, the ancient Greek philosopher, beautifully said, "Wonder is the beginning of wisdom." This quote highlights how curiosity is the starting point for learning and growth. When you maintain a sense of wonder about the world, you open yourself up to endless possibilities and keep your mind active and vibrant. Imagine you're in your early 30s, settled into your career, and comfortable with your daily routine. It's easy to fall into a pattern where you stop seeking new experiences and knowledge. But let's say one day you decide to take a different route and start learning something new. Perhaps a language, a musical instrument, even a new sport. This decision reignites a sense of excitement and challenges you in ways your routine never did. Consider someone who, after years of working in the same industry, decides to travel to a new country. The experience of immersing in a different culture, trying new foods, and learning about different ways of life broadens their perspective. This person returns home not just with memories, but with new ideas and inspiration that influence their personal and professional life. Travel in this way is a fantastic tool, keeping curiosity alive. Another practical example could be engaging in stimulating conversations with people from diverse backgrounds. Imagine regularly attending local community talks or joining a book club where you discuss various topics. These interactions introduce you to new viewpoints and ideas, sparking curiosity and expanding your understanding of the world. It's through these conversations that you discover interests you never knew you had. Here's how you can stay curious in your daily life. Read regularly. Pick up books on different subjects. Reading not only provides knowledge, but also stimulates your imagination and critical thinking skills. Travel, when possible. Whether it's a weekend getaway or an overseas adventure, traveling exposes you to new cultures and experiences, broadening your horizons. Engage in conversations. Talk to people from various walks of life. Ask questions, listen actively, and be open to learning from their experiences. Learn new skills. Take up hobbies or courses that challenge you. It could be anything from cooking a new cuisine to learning coding. Stay open-minded. Embrace change and be willing to step out of your comfort zone. New experiences often come from unexpected places. Looking back, many people regret not staying curious and open to learning when they were younger. They might feel they missed out on experiences that could have enriched their lives. For example, someone might regret not learning a new language when they had the time, or not traveling more when they were younger and had fewer responsibilities. These missed opportunities can lead to a sense of unfulfilled potential. By maintaining your curiosity, you ensure that you're continually growing and evolving. This keeps your mind sharp and your life full of exciting possibilities. Embrace Socrates' wisdom. Let wonder be the beginning of your wisdom. Keep learning, exploring, and staying curious to lead a life that's not just rich in experiences, but also in wisdom and fulfillment. Number 10. Live with purpose. Let's talk about something that can truly transform your life. Living with purpose. Nietzsche's quote, "He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how," speaks volumes about the power of having a clear sense of purpose. When you know your why, find the strength to face any challenges that come your way. Imagine you're in your 20s and you're not quite sure what direction to take in life. You have a job, but it doesn't spark joy or fulfillment. It's easy to feel lost or aimless without a clear sense of purpose. Now let's say you take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you. Maybe it's helping others, creating art, or advocating for a cause you're passionate about. You decide to volunteer at a local shelter or start a small community project. This newfound purpose gives you a reason to get up each morning with enthusiasm. Fast forward to your 30s or 40s. You might be juggling career, family, and personal ambitions. If you're driven by a clear purpose, these responsibilities become more manageable. For instance, if your purpose is to provide a better life for your family, you're more motivated to excel at work, despite the challenges. This sense of purpose helps you navigate through tough times with resilience. Consider another scenario. You're passionate about environmental conservation. In your spare time, you engage in activities that align with this purpose, such as organizing cleanup drives or educating others about sustainability. This purpose-driven life not only brings you fulfillment, but also positively impacts your community. When setbacks occur, your strong sense of purpose helps you persevere. Here's how you can start living with purpose. Reflect on your values. Take time to identify what truly matters to you. What are your core values and passions? Set meaningful goals. Align your actions with your values. Set goals that reflect your purpose, whether they're personal, professional, or community-oriented. Take small steps. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start with small, purposeful actions that move you towards your goals. Stay committed. Purpose gives you direction, but it also requires commitment. Stay focused on your goals, even when the going gets tough. Adapt and grow. Your sense of purpose might evolve over time. Be open to adapting your goals and actions as you grow and learn. Looking back, many people regret not finding and following their purpose earlier in life. They might feel they wasted years on pursuits that didn't truly matter to them, leading to a sense of unfulfillment. Imagine reaching your 50s and realizing you spent decades in a career that didn't align with your passions or values. This realization can lead to regret and a longing for what could have been. By finding and living your purpose now, you can avoid these regrets. Your life becomes richer and more meaningful, and you navigate challenges with a resilience rooted in your why. Nietzsche's wisdom reminds us that a clear purpose provides the strength to face any how. So, take the time to discover what truly drives you, and let that purpose guide your actions and decisions. Alright friends, that wraps up our deep dive into what you must know from ages 20 to 55. These years are filled with opportunities, challenges, and growth. By embracing change, valuing your time, practicing gratitude, building resilience, cultivating inner peace, nurturing relationships, pursuing passions, embracing failure, staying curious, and living with purpose, you can navigate this journey with wisdom and joy. Let's take a quick recap. Embrace change. Change is inevitable, and embracing it leads to personal growth and new opportunity. Value your time. Use your time wisely to invest in activities that enrich your life and bring fulfillment. Practice gratitude. Being thankful for what you have shifts your focus to the abundance in your life. Build resilience. Overcoming challenges makes you stronger and prepares you for future obstacles. Cultivate inner peace. Finding tranquility amidst chaos is essential for a balanced life. Nurture relationships. Building meaningful connections provides support and joy throughout life. Pursue your passions. Dedicate time to what you love for a fulfilling and joyful life. Embrace failure. View failures as learning opportunities and stepping stones to success. Stay curious. Continual learning and exploration keep your mind active and open to new possibilities. Live with purpose. Having a clear sense of purpose gives your life direction and motivation. Remember, every experience is a step forward in your journey of personal growth. Keep shining, keep learning, and don't forget to hit that like button if you found these insights helpful. Subscribe to Stoic Vogue for more thoughtful content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever used any Stoic principles to guide your life? Let's chat about it. Until next time, stay wise, stay curious, and live your best life. Cheers.